very quickly.
Agreed, and that's why there are professionals like you to guide people through the maze. Let me ask you, if I may, I'm seeing some technologies out there that are using AI to create a phone bridge. So in Yelp, a number will come through. The number will be captured by voluntarily given by the user. And then the system will generate through automation a phone call first to the CSRs, the plumbing company, and then ask them, hey, there's somebody that has just come through Yelp. Would you like me to dial them? And to accomplish that, a human being has to press a button in order to initiate the call. That's a human-driven call, arguably, not an AI call. Is that correct? So AI calls human, asks human, do you want me to dial the customer? And human says yes. And they never hear an AI on the other end. That's just human to human, assisted by AI.
So that's an interesting question. And I'll give you another example. There was a lawsuit filed earlier this year against a mortgage company that was using an AI voice, okay, calling customers and saying, hey, now's a great time to refinance. Would you like to talk to somebody? Yes. Immediate transfer to warm human being. And they got sued over the use of AI voice because they didn't have prior express written consent, right? So that's a similar scenario, but it is different because the difference you just described is essentially what is also called power or parallel dialing, right? So like we're going to do a lot of dialing. When somebody picks up, we transfer it to a warm person, a live person. But you're using AI in this place to make those power dials. I think that you do run into some risk there because you're going, not only do you have the AI issue, there's a possibility that that is going to be considered an automated telephone dialing system on the front leg of that, right? So now you've got two legs. You've got the front leg that's dialing all the numbers, and then the second leg is the transfer to a live person. So the reason I brought up that example about the mortgage company is because it's a very similar situation, right? You've got the two legs to that call. You have the AI call that's definitely there, and then you have the handoff to the warm live person. So I do think there is some risk there, and I would like again, really want to understand that process and how it works better before you get comfortable with it.
So in this case, it isn't multiple dials waiting to connect. It is it's the AI calling the office, getting a dedicated person, and then saying, would you like me to dial this customer for you? And the person presses yes.
So person inbounds to
no, so person goes to request a quote through a messaging platform.
Okay.
Voluntarily gives their number and with the expectation of receiving a phone call.
Okay.
Technology loads that phone number up into a dialer, now calls the plumbing company, gets a human being on the phone and says, there's somebody waiting to speak to you. Would you like me to dial them for you? And the plumbing company speaks then directly with a human to the user that came in. AI never spoke or made itself known in that chain other than to carry out the dialing the phone just like speed dial would.
Yeah. So I think depending on the language on the form, that probably could work, right? Because the consumer is raising their hand and saying, this is the number I need to be called at. I want to talk to somebody. And essentially, what I'm hearing you say, then the AI goes out and finds the plumber and says, hey, call this person, they're ready to talk to you, right?
Correct. And then it provides a speed dial convenience to the plumber so that he doesn't actually have to dial the number.
So one of the things that jumps out at me though there is when I say the language, like I mean that consent language, and kind of goes back to our Lexus and Honda conversation of like, does the consumer expect to be called by that person?